This is TJ with Robinhood Coins, and today we are hunting 4 boxes of dimes. I'm pretty excited about this hunt because we got these boxes a few weeks ago, so I'm hoping that there's some Christmas silver in here somewhere, and we find some good silver, some good proofs, errors maybe, anything to add to our collections. Hopefully we have something really good for the Robinhood Coins giveaway for this video. As always, if you want to enter the giveaway, just comment on the video. We'll use a random comment picker to pick the winner. So with that, let's kick it off with box number 1. I'm working on roll number 22, and I have our first find of the box. It is a 2009, and we do not get these very often. I get these the least in dimes. I get a fair share in pennies and nickels and quarters, but dimes, not so much. So we're gonna keep hunting. I was just finishing up that roll, and my wife was working on another roll at the same time, and she found a 2009 as well. So they were pretty much back-to-back rolls. This one is from Philadelphia, so that's really nice because we definitely get Denver way more than Philadelphia. So very cool there. It probably won't record every single 2009. We're on roll number 35 of box number 1, and I just found something I never thought I would ever find. The only reason I even know this exists is because I saw it on one of Rob Vine's Treasures videos, and he said he'd been looking for it forever. He goes through a lot more dimes than I do. Let's see what it is. All right, here it is. Oh man, this is so exciting. Look at that. 1996 West Point. Oh man, and it's in nice shape, which is to be expected because I don't remember exactly if these were mint set only or if they were just a low mintage, but from what I gather, like talking or watching Rob Vine's Treasures video, these are really just collectors have, so it's very rare to find these. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. This is not something I thought I would find.
All right, Maid Marian's here, and I have been helping go through some dimes. Haven't been having much luck. I got my list of things to find, and I do have some scope work that TJ will have to do, but I am on roll 37. It looks like a box 3, and we gotta find. TJ probably would have been able to see that in the roll, but we got a silver, 1948. Pretty beat up around the edges, but it's a silver. Super exciting. And it looks like it's a P because there's no mint mark. All right, I'm still finishing up box 3, and I have Little Helper that came over to check out our silver that we found, and tell him what you found.
It's not Philadelphia, because sometimes on the back there's a mint mark, and guess what? It's a Denver.
Oh yes, wise one, Little Helper. Nothing like getting schooled by your 7-year-old. Just wanted to share the funny story. So it is not a Philadelphia, it is a Denver, thanks to the Little Helper. So that's still the same 1948, but not a Philadelphia, but a Denver.
Got it from my dad.
While I was at work, my wife went through box number 2. Unfortunately, it was a skunk box. She didn't find any silver, any foreign coins, or anything else interesting. However, she did set aside some coins for me to look for errors and reverse proofs. I think she may have even found a 2009 in there as well. Then she went through box number 3, and on box number 3, she found us a silver. Look at that, 1948 right there. And as my Little Helper pointed out, it is a Denver. That is very cool. Really exciting to see that my Little Helper is learning and figuring out the mint marks and everything. That is awesome. And that silver goes along with the West Point we found earlier. A couple 2009s that I found. I think my wife even has several 2009s over there. And now it's time to get into box number 4. Hopefully we find some more silver. We're working on roll number 33, and we have our first foreign. Our first coin of the night is a Canadian. Look at that. 1977 Canadian dime there. The sailboat on the back and Queen Elizabeth on the front. Very cool. Now that we're done hunting through all the rolls, it's time for the second hunt, which is to look through all these coins for some errors and varieties. I don't look for everything. All I'm going to be honing in on today is the 1968 and 69 Denver for the repunched mint mark, the 1969 and 70 for the reverse proof, as well as the 1970 and 1970 Denver for the DDR. So those are going to be what I'm going to be looking for, and let's see if we find anything. One of the varieties I'm looking for when I'm hunting dimes is the reverse proof, and it can be found in the 1969 Philadelphia, the 70 Philadelphia, as well as the 70 Denver. And how you can find it is some deeper grooves or detail on the torch. This right here, this coin is from PCGS. This is a 1970 Denver regular strike, non-reverse proof. And the top of the torch here, you can see a very faint groove. But then we will go over to the 1970 reverse proof, and you can see there's two very deep grooves in the top of the flame on the torch. And I'll zoom in a little bit more so that you can see it. And so you can see two big old grooves right here in that flame. So here's the examples of the ones that I found. This is the regular, and you can see a very thin, like light groove right there in that one. And then here is a reverse proof. And this one's not horrible condition. It's actually one of the better ones that I found today. And you can just see there's two very distinct grooves right there, much deeper and more pronounced. This is not uncommon. I found at least 10 right now. I mean, that is 10 out of 4 boxes, but still, they're not that hard to find. But what I'm looking for is I'm trying to find a really nice condition one to save for my collection. This is probably the best one that I found on today's hunt. Here's a 1970 Denver that I wanted to show you, and I don't think this is the DDR that I'm looking for. It just is either worn in certain spots, or it just wasn't the really, really good example of the DDR. But I do feel like it has some doubling in the right spots, just not enough. So as you can see on the left part of the E, there's some doubling right there, and you can see the two shadows. It's not like machine doubling. There's a distinct shadow on the outside, as well as this curve of the S. And then on the O, there's a little bit on the left of the O, but unfortunately, it's not on the left portion of the right-hand side of the O. But then one thing that is really nice is this doubling on the F. I mean, you could clearly see a shelf of it being stamped twice right there. And then on the A and the M, there is some doubling here at the top right here on the left inside of the A right here, on the left side of the M, as well as the left side of this part of the M and the left side of that part of the M, and on the left side of the E, as well as on the left side of the R and the inside left part of the right piece of the R. But it's just not as strong as the example shown in the Strike It Rich with Pocket Change book. Here is the example of the DDR in the Strike It Rich with Pocket Change book, and you can see it is a little bit more prominent on the ES, all the way down to the bottom of the S, on the inside of the O right there. And then on America, it's more prominent on more different parts of the lettering. The M, it looks very similar to the one that I have, but the R, I didn't notice it as much on the inside of the circle of the R like this one has. So I don't think it's as good of an example I think it's more than just machine doubling, but even if it is a double die reverse that I found, it's not as good and it's not going to be worth as much as this one. So I'm just going to keep looking. So we are all done looking for errors and varieties, and it's time for the overall wrap up. We ended up with a total of 10 2009s. 2009s are not rare, but they are significantly lower mintage than the years around them. So I like to save the best condition ones that I find. My favorite find of this hunt though was this 1996 West Point. I never thought I would find one of these, especially in decent shape like this. But I did see Rob find it on Rob Finds Treasure a couple of months ago, and that's how I found out to even look for it. But really excited to find that. This coin actually has only 1.4 million minted. So, and it was sold in mint sets only, so it's an NIFC. And it is just awesome to find that. I probably will never find another one. Very, very cool. My wife found this 1948 Denver. That was really cool. It's about what we normally get, about 1 silver for 4 boxes. That's why I hunt 4 boxes at a time. We also had this Canadian right here. I believe it was a 1977. And so that's really cool. I love the Canadian coins. I found this right here that is really slicked out. It was just crazy slicked out, but the back isn't. So I don't know if it was a dryer coin and just rolled around on one side, grinding it down. Figured I'd share that. And then my wife found this one right here that was either painted or some sort of acid or oxidation happened to it. But that was just a weird looking coin. Figured I'd share that as well. Well, I checked my album and I actually need that 1948 Denver. We do not have that, but I have a bunch of extra Mercury dimes because when I go to the silver dealer, the Merc dimes and the Roosevelts cost the same. So I generally get more Merc dimes than Rosie dimes. And so the Robinhood coins giveaway for this video is going to be this 1945 Mercury dime. We did not find it in the hunt. This is actually from one of my silver purchase videos, and as well as a 2009 Denver. This is the lower mintage of the two 2009s, and again, it's not rare. There was 45 million or 49 million minted of this, but just significantly lower than the years around it. As always, to enter the giveaway, just comment on the video and we'll use a random comment picker to pick the winner. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the hunt. It was really cool to find some of those finds. If you did, smash that like button. It really helps our channel. If you like our content, hit subscribe. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss any videos or giveaways. And with that, we will see you on the next hunt.